I'm Dale Smith for Looney Politics, and the Conservatives are in such a rush to get a confidence vote going in the House of Commons that they are reaching for tactics last used in 2005. Now, the person looking to do this is the chair of the Public Accounts Committee, John Williamson, and he thinks that he can bring forward a report after holding meetings over the course of January that will declare non-confidence in the government, and then that can be brought to the House of Commons when it returns at the end of January, and that this will somehow lead to a confidence vote in the chamber. Except a committee report can't declare non-confidence, and a concurrence vote is a procedural vote. It's also not a confidence vote. But they seem to think that they did this before. And what happened in 2005 was the opposition parties, while trying to bring down the Martin government, had amended non-confidence language to this committee report, brought it to the House of Commons. It passed because all the opposition parties were in support. And then they tried to say that this was a confidence vote, which the government correctly argued that no, a concurrence vote is a procedural vote and therefore is not a confidence measure. And the government did fall in a confidence vote shortly thereafter, but this was just a tactic, and this is what exactly is going to be happening this time, is that is again a tactic, a game, a performative nonsense that the Conservatives are trying to push in order to make the case that Trudeau or the Liberals in writ large need to go. Part of the problem here is also that Williamson is abusing his position as chair and abusing the remit of the committee. Now, I've spoken about the problem that's been happening at the Public Accounts Committee on these videos before. This used to be one of the most professional and nonpartisan committees in all of Parliament. But thanks to Williamson's being a bad chair and opposition members on that committee no longer taking their responsibilities seriously, this committee is simply now just engaged in partisan showmanship like every other committee, which is a real shame because this used to be the pinnacle of what House of Commons committees should have been. And none of these measures that the committee looks at, which are, I remind you, Auditor General's reports and the public accounts, which are just being released, have anything to do with confidence. And trying to say that there can be a confidence measure on any of these reports that the committee is supposed to be looking at is false and, again, gamesmanship and really harming the work that this committee is supposed to be doing on behalf of Parliament and on behalf of Canadians. Now, while this is all going on, the Liberals are quite likely going to be going into some kind of a leadership contest, and this could mean a prorogation. If that happens, well, the committee ceases to exist. Any report which may or may not have a confidence measure attached, theoretically anyway, would cease to exist along with the committee, and they would have to start afresh in a new session after a speech from the throne. That's kind of where things are at right now. But again, this is performative nonsense. This is not something that committee can do, but they're going to try it anyway, just to put on a show for the cameras. For Looney Politics, I'm Dale Smith.